my friend. Call me again. Call me any time of day.
Hi, it's Snip Then. Welcome back to my channel. We just finished talking about Middle Eastern houses that are my favorites, some that are hits and misses, and some that are unknown to me that I really am interested in exploring further. And in this video, we're going to be talking about where I go to buy my Middle Eastern fragrances. So the first thing that I can tell you is that if you're anywhere near a big city, a lot of retailers are starting to carry Middle Eastern fragrances by popular demand because they are really taking off all over social media platforms and they are huge here. So that being said, you could probably Google a retailer near you and see if you can find a place that either exclusively carries Middle Eastern houses or that would carry some of the more popular ones like Lattafa, Paris Corner, Fragrance World, even Khadlaj right now. So you could try that. I would always recommend that over blind buying, just because you never know what you're going to get, and nobody wants to waste their money on a fragrance that they are disappointed in. So if you can get your nose on something first, absolutely do that. That being said, that's just common sense. That's me telling you what I feel like you need to know. However, to be 100% frank with you, I have blind bought 98% of my fragrances and have only regretted like 3 or 4 of them because they are so good. Some are better than others. Some are similar to others I have in my collection, but because they're so affordable, I don't really mind having clones of a certain scent profile, especially if I really like it. And so blind buying has worked out pretty well for me. However, there's always a however to everything I say. I do believe that I've received some counterfeits in the process of buying, so always beware of who you are buying your Middle Eastern fragrances from because it's becoming a thing. You can get scammed completely out of your money. You can get counterfeits, like I said, and so you always just want to be careful. So let's talk about where I go specifically. To be honest with you, if you didn't know, you can just go to Amazon. The value of going to Amazon is that you can see who is actually selling the fragrance. If it's the house itself, a lot of the houses themselves have distribution through Amazon, and so you can use that and hope that you get a good one, right? But also, if you're a Prime member, you get that 2-day shipping, and that is so exciting because a lot of these other places I'm going to mention take a lot longer than 2 days to receive your fragrance. So Amazon is always a great. I'm not opposed, and I have had great success with buying either brand new perfumes or gently used perfumes from Mercari. It's definitely more of a gamble. I only buy from people with thousands and thousands of reviews and 5 stars. But that being said, there's a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances being sold by solely Middle Eastern fragrance distributors on Mercari, and I've had great results. They can be a lot more pricey on Mercari, but sometimes, you can haggle on there, and often they will accept an offer that is reasonable and really great. Be careful, though, and match your prices before you make offers and it's binding, because oftentimes you can find these fragrances that they're selling on Mercari a lot cheaper somewhere else. The value of buying on Mercari, though, is that a lot of times you'll get your fragrance faster. And another value of it is that sometimes I have been able to find discontinued fragrances or fragrances that are really hard to find on Mercari, and that's the only place you're going to be able to find them anymore. So that's when you can use Mercari. Now let's get into some of the more workhorse, traditional, like these are where I go to always buy my Middle Eastern fragrances. So here's the tea. There are 6 websites that I use continually to buy my Middle Eastern fragrances. I always price match all of them. I have wish lists on all the ones that let me have wish lists. And these are websites that I've had no problems with. I've not even had to use customer service, so I am not vouching for that, but I can tell you that they are wonderful, reputable places to buy Middle Eastern fragrances. And I don't believe I've gotten any counterfeits from these retailers. Okay. The first one is beautyhouse.com. Beautyhouse.com sells a lot of different things, and I'm not sponsored by anybody. Obviously, these are like my first couple of YouTube videos, so nobody knows who I am. I've never done YouTube before. This is just me spilling the tea so you guys can save some coin, okay? All right. Beautyhouse.com sells a lot more than just fragrances, but they have a fragrance section, and you can even narrow it down to, I think they have Arabian perfumes or Middle Eastern perfumes, something like that. So you can filter it to where you're just looking at those, and they have incredible prices. You can also find some on Beauty House that are a little harder to find elsewhere, but they don't carry everything. There are some fragrances I've looked for that are not on Beauty House, but I almost always start with Beauty House because they have some really just unbelievable great deals. My ride or die, go to all the time, oh my gosh, best website ever is JomaShop. JomaShop.com is wonderful. They have incredible deals. They also have coupons that you can use sometimes that are great. They do not often do great discount codes. Beauty House does. So just so you know, JomaShop has thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Middle Eastern fragrances, and I feel like a kid in a candy shop on that website. I have to hold myself back because they have a lot of clone fragrances, even older fragrances, especially from like Maison Alhambra, Old Lattafas, Old Khadledges, all things like that that are super, super deeply discounted, and they are wonderful. So JomaShop is probably my ride or die website. If it's not on JomaShop, I'm going to check Beauty House and make sure that the prices are the best. And that's usually my process. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is Triple Traders. Triple Traders has some of the hardest to find perfumes, discontinued perfumes, perfumes that haven't hit the market yet in America, older perfumes that are hard to find. Triple Traders is your place. They have some great deals, but they are usually not the cheapest. That being said, if you are looking for something really specific and you're not finding it somewhere else, I've had really great success with Triple Traders. Another value or benefit to me of Triple Traders is that they're a small-owned business, and I always love supporting small-owned businesses when I can. So Triple Traders is definitely in my rotation, and I could recommend it for yours. AromaSense. Everyone knows about AromaSense. AromaSense is great because they have the latest Paris Corner. Sometimes other houses, they have those releases, they show up there. But another huge benefit of AromaSense is that, like many other retailers, they have rewards programs, and that can actually be really helpful when you are, saving up points. They can give you some pretty deep discounts if you buy a lot. That being said, that's not the only benefit to AromaSense. They also have bundles where they sell a lot of like hot, off the press, or super desirable, super popular perfumes in bundles, and that can deeply, deeply discount your overall total. So AromaSense is a great one to go to regularly to double check what's there. They also have really good sales sometimes, like really, really, really good sales. And so I will always check there as well just to see what's going on, to get the latest tea. And they're a great retailer for sure. Okay, next to last one is FragranceNet. FragranceNet has great coupons. They have often 40% off coupons. And I think their base is like 35%, but if you look, girl, you can get that 40% off. And their prices are already way, way cheaper than retail. And so every now and then you can get a banging deal from FragranceNet. And so I will check there often. Definitely have a lot of Middle Eastern scents, thousands upon thousands, but they also have many, many other types of scents. And so they have designer, they have niche, they have every kind of perfume you could want. So if you're not as hard and fast in the Middle Eastern fragrance world, you can maybe buy everything all at once at FragranceNet. So that's a good one. And the last one that I want to talk about is the most recent discovery for me, which is FragranceBuy.ca. If you're in the United States, it may take a little bit longer, but they do ship here. You have to make sure that you do the currency change because everything is in Canadian dollars when you check out. But That's exciting because for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I spent $200 and then it turns out it was only $150. So, great. The benefit of fragrancebuy.ca is that they have fragrances, again, that are not in the US yet, extremely hot off the press. Like the fastest release I've ever seen of anything is always at fragrancebuy.ca. And on top of that, they have thousands upon thousands of fragrances. They have great deals. They have good prices. They have the hottest releases. I just absolutely love them. They have become a quick favorite of mine, and I cannot wait to continue shopping from them. I hope this video has helped you find some new retailers that you haven't heard about. Give them a shot. They're really great for different reasons, and I have been incredibly satisfied with all of my purchases thus far. If that changes, however, I will let you know, but my experience has been nothing but positive with each of these retailers, and I've been able to very quickly create a wonderful, full, beautiful Middle Eastern fragrance collection that has not killed me as much as it would have financially through really rotating these resources and trying to use them wisely. Thank you. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.